By the power of Grayskull, I have the power! So cool. So we got the movie Masters of the Universe is an action-adventure sci-fi epic movie releasing in theaters just in time for the summer blockbuster movie season. It has an A-list all-star cast that surprisingly and synergizes and works well together. And to be very clear with you, I didn't know it was going to be more comedic than I would have thought. It carefully balanced the line of being serious but also comedic at times when it wants to be. My theater was laughing at multiple points, but I didn't know it was supposed to be that funny. Like the characters were playing jokes and I was like I was there just sitting in the theater. I'm like, is this supposed to be like this? So anyway, so yeah, it has a little bit of comedy. The story follows Adam, aka He-Man, who is sent from his homeworld during an invasion but gets pulled back into the fray because he has a calling and destiny and he is to be the heir to the throne. Will he find the damn sword of power? Who exactly is He-Man? And what about Camila Mendes as Teela? Find out as we talk about it. Just like many of you, I had no knowledge to the source material. I had no idea this was cartoons. They had a Mattel toy line. I had no idea. I went to this movie blindly, right? So I did some research, right? And I guess Mattel made toys in 1980s, so they wanted to do like cartoons and stuff, but it has a series on Netflix. There was a prior life adaptation. I went into this completely blind. The only reason, to be very honest with you, that I was drawn to this movie and the project was because Camila Mendes was tied to it. More on that later, but that's the only reason why. I saw Camila Mendes, I'm like, I need to go see this because this is the first time she's in theaters. She's been in other stuff like shows and other movies, but they were like streaming, but this is the time she's in theaters and we'll talk about more of that. But that's the reason why I'm like, I need to go see this now. My XL theater experience. So a weird technicality here. This time around, usually for movies on this channel, you know that we've done like IMAX or Dolby Atmos, but this time I wanted to catch the new XL at my local theater. Usually I pick like the most premium ones, but dude, the time to drive there and like the time frames, I'm like, I am not skipping out the gym. I'm not skipping out working out just because I need to go at a later time. No, I need to sit down and film. So I went into the XL theater, right? For this, I feel like it's fine because you still get the bigger screen than your regular traditional non-theater experience. So basically you got a regular screen, right? Then it's your XL, and then it's Dolby Atmos, and then it's IMAX. So yeah, you still get wall-to-wall and better sound design, but you got to remember, this is not filmed for IMAX. So that's why the IMAX, yeah, I would have presented in that format, and usually I would do the most premium format possible on this channel, but you still get the black bars anyway. I still had a great time. The color's still vibrant and popping. The sound design was still better than regular theater, but I'm like, dude, I think Dolby Atmos would have been like the best for this because remember, it's not presented, it's not filmed for IMAX, it's just presented in that format, so it doesn't really matter because you don't really get that extended aspect ratio. The XL was a good middle ground, although I wouldn't want to do this all the time because I still like IMAX and Dolby Atmos. That's just my experience. The characters, He-Man and the HR desk job. Nicholas Galitzine, I'm probably, that last name, I'm sorry I'm not pronouncing it right, plays as Prince Adam. He is transported to Earth, but unfortunately, not really unfortunately, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, he works a desk job in human resources. He wears a button-up pink shirt, which is a callback to the 1980s cartoons that I did some research on, but it clearly hides his massive strength, like his muscles and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry to be honest with you. His shirt kind of looks like this, but pink, and I'm not trying to be like disrespectful. His job kind of feels woke. Don't get me wrong, I love talking about feelings and de-escalation to resolve issues, but they probably could have handled that by deleting it entirely. This movie's like 2 hours and 20 minutes. I get it, they wanted to give him some like grounded, but like, dude, he just looks so out of place, and I'm so sorry to be honest. It's just like, you have this masculine alpha male that knows how to fight and wield swords and comes from a magical realm, and you put him in a desk job. I'm sorry, dude, but I'm just like, that does, he just looks silly. It's like this massive alpha dude and he works there. I'm like, what? Come on, dude. I get it, they're trying to appeal to like the younger audience, but like, you can't really be doing that all the time when this was before my time. I wasn't even alive when this came out in 1980s. You know what I mean? For the last 15 years, while Skeletor has been trying or taking over the kingdom back home, it feels like Adam was doing nothing with his life. He was on Earth going on dates with beautiful and gorgeous women, and especially that first date. Oh my god, she's like top tier amazing, and drop pictures. But he does have a purpose, which you can't say about a lot of people because they're just going through life, but he has a purpose to find the damn sword of power. You have to really respect Nicholas's commitment to this role. I've only seen him in clips from Purple Hearts. I don't have Netflix, so I haven't really saw that. And The Idea of You. So he was basically one of those romance type guys, right? But dude, he massively transformed his body, facial features, and hair to bulk up, and he looks amazing, right? The interviews that he's done, the dumbbells, the workout routine. I think in one of the interviews he says it's hard to put on, but it's easy to take off. I'm like, dude, he has so much commitment to embody that character, right? I'm like, dude, even as a 31-year-old male that just started getting back to the gym, I mean, I've always done cardio, but I've never actually lifted. It's been a while. So I'm like, dude, like all the calories you have to do that. It's like Captain America, Steve Rogers, when he had to put out that massive weight. I mean, now this will do wonders for his career. It doesn't matter if the movie flopped. Him in this role, knowing that he can pull that physique off and he has the charismatic charm of the romance background, this is beautiful. This will not hurt him. This will help him in terms of his acting career going forward, right? And even as a 31-year-old male, I was sitting in the theater, right? And when he said the I guess the famous line, because everyone was like gasping and stuff, he says, "By the power of Grayskull, I have the power." And it's, oh my God, dude, my inner child, like I was sleeping. I was like, I have the power, Jesus. I have the power. And it was like my inner child completely awakened. I mean, it was already there. The lighting, the transformation. I cannot stop thinking about that moment. That was really awesome. I mean, you can probably see the Instagram reels. I'm like, that was incredible. The heart and soul, Camila Mendes as Teela. Let's talk about my favorite and the reason why I was drawn to this project. My favorite character and the one that I gravitated towards the most. Teela. Camila Mendes is one of the few celebrities that I follow on Instagram, right? I loved her in Riverdale. I think that's why, because I've spent so much time with her in Riverdale. I loved her as Veronica Lodge. I'm currently on season 4. I'm still working my way through the seasons 5, 6, 7, 8. I did see Dangerous Lies and also Upgraded, which she goes on the plane. So I've seen her in like small budget films and stuff, and also like the streaming show series. But this is the first time I'm seeing her in theaters, and dude, she's literally top tier perfection. She rocks these like blue contacts that are not overly bright, but her aesthetic is amazing, right? And to be frank with you, she isn't some damsel in distress. No, her father being the weapons dealer played by Idris Elba goes back to what I was telling you, A-list all-star cast. When he becomes a drunk in the middle of the film, she like carries the mantle. She is the catalyst. She is the one who travels to Earth to tell Adam, hey, get you off your ass. We need to go find, like, we have to go back to your homeworld because things are not like good, and like you found that damn sword, so like let's go. She can do hand-to-hand combat. She fights with weapons. Dude, she's like a total baddie. She's amazing. Based on her Instagram, she has incredible stamina, endurance training, and strength training, and it completely plays off. I think in some of the interviews, she didn't want to look bulky like Nicholas does, but dude, she definitely curated this physique for this movie. And guess what? The filmmakers didn't have to cheapen out on using those gimmicks and stuff, because she's in front of the camera like most of the time. She has a lot to do here, right? She's the one driving the ship. She's the one teaching them things. It's like she's like helping him. If anything, she's like saving Adam, right? Like she's not the one that needs saving. She's the one that helps to be saving. So when the filmmakers, and because she put so much work into this, right? They actually film her up close. They can see her aesthetic. They can see her facial features, because she's the one mostly doing all the stunt work. Yeah, she probably didn't do most of it on the interviews and stuff, but even like looking through her Instagram, like you see all the preparatory work that she had to do for this role. And this really elevated her career. I mean, think about it. She came from Riverdale, which I love, but it didn't become divisive, right? She did other small projects, right? But now she's in theaters. This is amazing. And she's playing with the big boys and girls in terms of A-list actors. I'm like, it just, like I told you before, even though this movie bombed at the box office this week, this will do wonders for her career with Nicholas, because now she looks even better than she did before. I'm like, how can you improve perfection? I guess she just did it, right? The romance, a major blue balls moment. Going into this movie, based on my prior knowledge of like romance and relationships, I already knew, I'm like, there's gotta be like a will they, won't they relationship. I mean, they're probably gonna fall in love. And like, if you watch the cartoons, I already know the answer to that, because after I saw the movie in theaters, you know how your Instagram feed gives you all those reels of the movies because you're searching it up. I'm like, all right, well, I don't mean to be like spoiling for you, but this is a 1980s cartoon. Yeah, they hinted at it here, but I know they kiss. I know they like they get married and stuff. So that's, I'm sorry to like spoil that for you, but this is 1980s cartoon, and like the movie makes you think that they're just gonna be friends. I don't know, but the thing with their chemistry is it kind of feels forced at times, because this is the first time they're working together, right? There's an undeniable potential for the ultimate power couple later down the road in future installments. But if you've seen the cartoons, which if you see the Instagram reels, I'm just like, all right, well, they obviously fall in love, they obviously be together. But you already know that going into this movie. You already know that. They're childhood friends in the beginning of the film. Oh, she comes back to get him and they look at each other. Come on, anyone would think that. Anyone, and not just me. But I'm like, dude, there is one scene where they get super close, and you know what I'm talking about, when the ship goes crashing down and it feels like they're finally gonna kiss. But I'm just like, something's gonna happen here. They can't just kiss because they haven't built up to that, right? They haven't seen each other for 15 years. They look at each other, they think they're gorgeous. I'm like, dude. And she literally pulls back at the last second. She says, "You're just a friend. You'll ever be just a friend." And my entire theater, and I think I was like with 25 people, so it wasn't really a lot of people. It was a Sunday at 4 o'clock in the suburbs of Chicago. And people were like, "Oh," even for me, I'm like, what? I mean, yeah, I get it that she just pulled back, but they were really so close like this. And she's like, "You're just a friend. You'll ever be just a friend." And she's like, like trying to fumble her way out of it. I'm like, all right, that's where I'm just like, all right, you're planting the seeds for future romance. But she's just a friend, a very close friend. But anyone can see that a miles away. Even when you see the beginning of the movie, when she's like being with him and like being his friend, and then come on, later down the road, and she's telling him, "I can't stop thinking about you. I think about you every day." I mean, come on. I'm not trying to ruin it for you, and I'm not spoiling anything, but think about it. I think everyone could see that a mile away. That the romance, not the romance guy needs to tell you that. Like, no. The vibe and the villains. This action, adventure, space stuff had me really buzzing in the theater. I had a good time. It has fairy tale, it has kings, witches, queens, you know, but unfortunately, I don't know why it has a $200 million budget. That is crazy. I mean, yeah, you see most of it on the actors and also the set designs, the color grading, the vortexes, you know, the hand-to-hand combat, you know, the chase sequences. But the wildest part is Skeletor. I didn't know he was played by Jared Leto. I mean, I knew he was a famous actor. I mean, you can understand like the mannerisms, but I'm like, what the hell? Because you don't see him ever. And then Evil-Lyn, her right-handed person, the beautiful witch. I'm like, is that Alison Brie? When I ran to the bathroom because it was my bathroom break, and I searched up the cast. I'm like, what the hell? It's Alison Brie, dude. So this movie has phenomenal A-list acting everywhere, and I didn't even know Monica was in here as well, or Morena. Sorry, Morena was Deadpool's girlfriend in the first Deadpool movie. She plays as Sorcery. I'm like, it just keeps dropping bombs in terms of A-list actors. I'm like, and it's surprisingly comedic. So when in the beginning when I was watching the movie, Skeletor takes over Eternal or whatever. Eternia, right? And he throws his fist up, and there's a clip on this on YouTube. He throws his fist up, and he looks around, and then Alison Brie's character, he's like, and then he's like, "Oh, this is the crescendo," and she's like, "We will know for next time, my lord." And like the people started laughing. I'm like, And is it supposed to be like that? Because I know it's from cartoons, but I didn't know it was weird or funny like that. So let me know in the comments below. Is it supposed to be like that? Or, I mean, I heard it is, but I'm just like, it just feels kind of out of place when you're watching it, live adaptation. The final grade. I have the power. I didn't really Shazam any of the songs, but at the end of the day, this is a feel-good movie. I had a good time with it. It's exactly a popcorn flick. Beautiful, perfect for the summer blockbuster season and the storyline. Yeah, that we've seen before, but it's executed well with the A-list actors, and also has my favorite character, Camila Mendes. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna give this a great B, and I saw this in XL, so results may vary. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it so much. Maybe consider hitting that like button and turning on notifications so you never miss a video. And with that, take care. Bye.